So I wanted to take a few minutes in this video to go over some new information for the PlayStation 5 in terms of its price with a realistic thought process, along with cross-buy information, which at this point it's clear Sony didn't need a marketing term like smart delivery because they're getting all the same benefits. And we'll also take a look at new details for Ghost of Tsushima in terms of how they built their new combat system, which was very interesting as well. First, let me know if you're waiting to get a PS5 due to early bugs, the library to build up, etc. because this discussion of cross-buy falls heavily for people in this category, the people who are not getting the PS5 early on. So comment below if you plan on getting the PS5 this year, or are you going to wait till next year or a few years down the line, and let me know why as well. So let me know down in the comments below. Before we dive into the first story, I want to let people know that I've released my Last of Us 2 review for anybody who wants to check that out. It's up on the channel right now. But now, diving into the first story of the video, the new Ghost of Tsushima details. Ghost of Tsushima has gone gold recently, meaning the game is going to for sure be there and ready to play come July 17th, which I cannot wait for. I'm a big fan of Sucker Punch with the Sly Cooper games, and more so Infamous 1 and 2 from the PlayStation 3 days, along with Festival of Blood. Still to this day, my favorite games from the studio are the PS3 Infamous games, but let's see if Ghost of Tsushima changes my mind. But new information has surfaced for the game, and I won't go into detail because it's a substantial amount of information, but I'll have it linked. It's basically a behind-the-scenes look into the thought process that came with making sure the combat in the game was authentic with the weight, sharpness of the sword, and overall feeling of the sword, but also making sure the game is fun and engaging, along with looking into the flow of the combat while fighting multiple enemies, etc. Stuff like that. It was really interesting to read, and I just wanted to highlight that for you guys if you want to check it out yourself. Also, let me know if you're planning on getting Ghost of Tsushima Day 1 next month, or are you going to wait for reviews? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the second story of the video, more cross-buy news. It's becoming more and more clear that Sony didn't need a marketing push like smart delivery because, like I said earlier on, I would be shocked if a third-party developer offered a free upgrade for Xbox players and not PlayStation players as well, and that trend seems to be continuing with Sony getting those free upgrades similar to Xbox. One of the latest cross-buy news updates includes the new Marvel Avengers game by Square Enix. The game, which should be releasing later this year in September and later in the holidays for the next-gen consoles, will be getting a PS5 upgrade for free for people who buy the game on PlayStation 4. Reading the blurb for the announcement regarding the PS5 upgrade, featuring extremely fast load times, boosted resolution and fidelity, improved texturing and armor destruction, ray tracing, and more, Marvel Avengers will look and play great on next-gen systems. The PlayStation 5 experience will be seamless and dynamic, fully utilizing the ultra-high-speed SSD, the PS5 DualSense advanced haptics, and immersive spatial audio. To fully customize their visual experience, PS5 will also provide players with their choice of enhanced graphics mode or high frame rate mode. They also added more details specifically for the SSD, stating the following: the GPU and CPU improvements on the PlayStation 5 are exciting, but even more exciting is the introduction of an ultra high-speed SSD with lightning fast load speeds. This is a transformative improvement in consoles that will reduce load times down to 1 or 2 seconds and enable real-time streaming of massive worlds at ridiculously fast speeds. Without any optimization work, the loading and streaming of Marvel's Avengers improved by an order of a magnitude on PlayStation 5. When optimization is complete, loading content will be nearly instant, allowing players to seamlessly jump into missions anywhere in the game world, and as Iron Man, fly through content-rich levels, higher resolution textures, and mesh will be streamed instantly, maintaining the highest possible quality all the way to the horizon. One more thing I wanted to add was that crossplay is also supported between PS5 and PS4 players, as well as Xbox Series X and Xbox One players. So a lot of great stuff in this announcement: fast loading times, enhancements thanks to the DualSense controller, similar stuff that we've been hearing for PlayStation 5 exclusives thus far. and it seemed to be heavily focused on PlayStation 5, so I'm curious what they'll say about the Series X later on. Maybe it won't have those fast loading times, but could it do without dynamic 4K, but rather just have constant 4K at 60 frames per second? I guess we'll see. You guys let me know if you think the Series X will run this game at constant 4K at 60 frames per second. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the final story of the video, the PS5's price. This discussion has really been ongoing for some time, which of course makes sense since everyone is wondering what the price for both of these new consoles is. And in regards to the PS5, some deeper digging has happened recently. My thought still stands that the PS5 will be $499 and $449 respectively for the physical and digital editions of the console. Digital could go lower to $399 if Sony wanted to do that as well, is my personal thought. And in the latest report from Digital Foundry, we've got a more realistic thought process into the possible price of the digital and physical console. So, Digital Foundry looked into the removal of the ultra high definition Blu-ray drive and found out that it's actually just worth $20, which surprised me personally, meaning that even if Sony removes it for the digital edition, they're really not gaining much in terms of the cost of the console. But Digital Foundry points out that with selling all digital consoles, Sony is able to make more profit from people buying digital over physical. They estimated that with digital, Sony can earn an extra $8 per game, so with 3 to 4 digital purchases, they can fill that gap and sell the digital console at $449. Then they added that beyond that, with getting more people focused on digital, the used market money would flow back to Sony as well. And on top of this, you also have the subscriptions like PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus, as we all know. So Sony stands to make a good deal of money with people who buy the digital consoles. Again, I personally feel Sony could go to $399 if they really wanted to, with how much they can possibly make from each individual in terms of digital sales and subscriptions, but I guess we'll see on that aspect. You guys let me know if you think it makes sense to sell the digital console at $399. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with when's that next event though? I know we recently just had the PlayStation event, but I'm already looking forward to the next event, hopefully revealing the price and everything about the console, its UI, all of that great stuff. If you're excited for that as well, destroy the comment section with when's that next event though, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays at the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.